Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and thank you for those who watch my video, and thank you for those who watch my video. Thank you for those who comment, even if you don't necessarily agree with what I say, and I perfectly understand. My previous video, I wasn't searching to divide or to make a negative comment about a situation. I was just trying to be honest about the fact that we have so many challenges in Africa that we should work on prior to welcome the diaspora back home. And I say that it will be very difficult to welcome the diaspora who has been gone for a long time and who comes from a very well-developed countries. When you welcome, even when you welcome family members or friends in your home, the thing that you do is to plan. You plan everything, you organize everything ahead of time. I don't really know if Africa has already organized many things before thinking about encouraging the diaspora who has been gone for a long time to settle back in Africa. I don't know if there is a program to accompaniment, I don't know how you say that in English, for them to come back home, okay? So to me, what I say makes sense because you cannot welcome people if you're not ready to welcome. Even if you welcome people in your home, you organize your home in order for the people to be comfortable, but also the people who are already living in your home. You don't want that it creates conflict, between them. Let's say, for example, you welcome some friends. You want to make sure that the rooms are appropriate for them to have their space, and then your own children also have their space. They don't feel invaded in a way. You make sure that, for example, you have enough resources, you have enough food, for example, in the home. You have everything is organized for them to be settled, to be comfortable. And then your children as well do not feel like their privacy or their environment are violated or invaded. You see what I mean? And sorry if my English doesn't make any sense to you. Sorry if my English is still a little bit difficult for you to understand, but just know that I don't speak English as a first language, but I want to explain a situation that is very serious. And I think that prior to welcome all the diaspora, you have to understand that the black diaspora of the United States is completely different from the other black diaspora. These are the challenges that Africa has already prior to welcome even the old diaspora, okay? We have to be honest on that. Let's talk about it. I don't even need to put a list or to write a list because I know them for the fact that I've been watching and observing and analyzing in a way, okay? What are the challenges that the African government have in general? I know that you will say, okay, some countries are different, okay? You will say that, okay, the French-speaking countries are different than the Portuguese-speaking countries, African-speaking countries, Portuguese, those who are English-speaking countries, the French, the Portuguese, maybe the Spanish. But then you see that there are differences. I agree with you, but still there are things that when you read people, when you talk with people in general, you will see that there are things in common. Okay, there are situations, there are challenges that we have in common in Africa. And it is really alarming that we are entering 2025 and we are still struggling with the same things. As I said in my previous video, that how can you, like I said to my previous video, that young people, I think it's about time for you to enter the politics, area, I don't know how to say that, the environment, the politics, that you take your responsibility. Why? Because as you can see, the people who are in power are not even improving really condition. Even they're not aware of your challenges. You are the challenge of artificial intelligence. I don't even know if they know what it is. You know that now today, artificial intelligence is taking a lot of, it's like expanding. Even in medical field, you have the medical field that are it's improving and changing over. You are talking about the robotic, I don't know how to say that. Robots going to take control of many things. In Africa, we are not even close to a certain type of technology. We are not even close to a certain type of development in our countries. Many countries in Africa, we don't even know if even the word metro is still, the public transportation is not even really well organized in Africa. We have to be honest on that. So what are those challenges? I already say that the challenges we have, we still have to fight the basic needs, which is shocking that in 2025 we talk about the challenge of the basic needs for the population. Okay, we talk about what water, electricity. People are still struggling with water and electricity in Africa. I do not talk about the main cities, because even in the main big cities, you happen to have this situation. I don't know if you have free internet in Africa. I don't even think it's even something that we have in many countries in Africa. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't say that it has to be a must, but the world is moving, the world is changing. We have this challenge of the medical field, administration. When you go to hospital, how is it? How are you treated in hospital? What are the material? For instance, in my country, you see that the hospital structures, and there are so many things lacking, And every time you are talking about people who have to travel abroad for medical surgery, even something like decent normal medical surgery, and more people have noticed that they come with strange, how do you say that, analysis, strange medical report that are sometimes completely not completely true. Yeah, you have some medical report that medical now in our countries, you have doctors, you don't even know where they got their degrees. And no, I'm talking seriously. I know that it's everywhere in the world that now you see people are doing things for money and doing things that, yeah, it's everywhere. But at least it can be how do you say, it can be you can slow the aspect of that, of that bad organization or bad situation like that, to at least you can slow down this mess. Okay, you don't even know. As Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, once said that it's a shame that African presidents have to leave their countries to have medical procedure to go to Europe, and most of them are dying where? In Europe. It's a shame, but they don't feel sad about it. They feel comfortable. They don't even feel like, oh, because they think about themselves. But what about the people? Okay, it's sad. It's very sad. I just want to open a little parenthesis here. I watched a report of people who are going to South Sudan. I think it was South Sudan. You know what is happening in South Sudan now? People have no access to electricity and water. Why? Because they are in war. Okay? Even basic medical procedure, they cannot perform it in South Sudan because of the war. They don't even have oxygen. If they cannot have oxygen, they cannot do even basic surgery. So people have enough money, maybe we have to go and leave South Sudan to have to go outside the country to have this procedure, this medical procedure. It's sad. It's very sad. So the next challenge, what is the next challenge that we have? Let's talk about it before welcoming the diaspora. The next one is what? It's immigration. Okay, let me talk about that better.